The restaurant was buzzing that evening, filled with families, tourists, and the occasional wealthy businessmen who strutted in with an air of entitlement. Mia, a hard-working waitress covering double shifts to support her younger sister's medical bills, approached table 17 with her usual friendliness. 4 wealthy men in designer suits lounged at the table, laughing loudly and already ordering rounds of expensive drinks. Mia served them patiently, even as they snapped their fingers, talked over her, and made rude jokes. When the $820 bill arrived, one of the men pushed the receipt back toward her with a smirk. "We're not paying," he said casually. Service was slow. Drinks weren't even that good. Mia froze. "Sir, everything was served on time. If there was a problem, are you deaf?" Another taunted. "We said we're not paying." Her hands trembled. If the bill went unpaid, the cost would come out of her paycheck. She couldn't afford that. Not tonight. And then a calm voice spoke behind her. "Is there a problem?" The men turned, annoyed, until they recognized him. Richard Hale, billionaire owner of the restaurant, walked forward, eyes cold. "I heard everything." The men instantly switched tones. "Mr. Hale, we were just joking." "Jokes. Harassing my staff and refusing payment is a joke," he snapped. "You will pay the bill, plus a 200% inconvenience charge, and you're banned from all my establishments." Humiliated, they did. After they left, Richard found Mia near the employee hallway. "I'm sorry you had to deal with that," he said. "People like that forget the value of kindness." Then he handed her an envelope. Inside was a check worth more than the bill those men tried to avoid. Mia cried, not because of the money, but because someone had finally stood up for her. The dinner rush had just begun when Mia stepped out from the kitchen, balancing a tray of steaming plates on her shoulder. The golden glow of chandelier lights shimmered across the restaurant, reflecting off polished glassware and marble floors. Her mind was on her younger sister, Emily, and another impossible hospital bill that had arrived that morning. Then the door burst open. 4 men strode in like they owned the world, laughter loud enough to turn heads. "Table for 4, one barked. They didn't wait to be seated and marched straight to the center, dragging chairs across the floor. Mia approached, holding her notepad. "Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to Lakeside Royale. What can I get you to drink?" One smirked. "Finally. Thought we'd die of thirst before someone noticed us." Another leaned back. "Let's make this quick. We want the best wine you've got. 2 bottles. And bring snacks. Real snacks. Not those tiny plates you call food." Mia nodded, keeping her composure. "Yes, sir. I'll bring your drinks right away." One whispered just loud enough for her to hear, "Bet she'll mess it up." "They always do." Their friends laughed. Mia swallowed the hurt and walked toward the bar, her heart heavy with dread. Tonight would be different. Tonight, something was going to break. Mia returned carrying the bottles of wine. Their laughter and smirks filled the air as they scrutinized every detail. "Finally," said the leader, leaning back with crossed arms. "Thought you were taking a nap in the back." Mia opened the first bottle, presenting it as instructed. Each man took a sip and grimaced dramatically. "Terrible," one declared. Another added, "This is basically grape juice." Mia offered to bring something else. "No," snapped the leader. "Open the second bottle. Maybe you won't ruin that one." She did, flawlessly, but they still mocked her. "Took long enough. Ever heard of speed? You should smile more. Might get tips that way." Nearby diners exchanged glances of disbelief. Mia placed their glasses carefully and stepped back. "Would you like to order food as well?" "Yeah, we'll take your most expensive steak. 4 of them, cooked correctly. Not like last time." "This is your first time here," Mia said quietly. "Well," said the leader, "you just lost your tip." Her stomach twisted as she walked away, their laughter following her. The meal had dragged on, each course met with criticism, and Mia had kept her composure despite trembling hands. When the check arrived, the leader immediately waved it aside. "We're not paying this," he said smoothly. "Excuse me, sir," Mia stammered. "We said it. Not paying." Service was slow. Drinks weren't right. Her stomach tightened. "Sir, the food was delivered on time, and, don't argue with us," he snapped. Mia's fingers shook as she placed the tray down. A few nearby diners watched in uncomfortable silence. Then a calm, authoritative voice cut through. "Is there a problem here?" The men froze. Richard Hale, the billionaire owner, stood in the center, his gaze commanding attention. I heard everything, from the insults to the threats. I also know you intend to leave without paying. The men stuttered. Mr. Hale, we were just joking. Jokes. Harassing my staff and refusing payment is a joke. Hale said sharply. You will pay the full bill and cover an inconvenience fee. Consider it a lesson in respect. The men scrambled to pay, humiliated. Hale turned to Mia. Go take a break. You've handled yourself admirably. Relief washed over her. Justice had finally arrived. The four men had gone, and the restaurant returned to its normal rhythm. Hale guided Mia to a quiet corner. You've done exceptionally well tonight, he said. Not many could have stayed composed under that kind of disrespect. Thank you, sir. I just did my job, Mia replied. Hale shook his head. No, you went above your job. Most people crumble or argue. You kept your dignity, and that's worth more than any tip. He handed her an envelope. Inside was a check that could cover weeks of expenses. You didn't have to, she whispered. You did, Hale said. And there's more. Exceptional employees like you can apply for scholarships, career advancement, or mentorship directly with me. Don't let your potential go to waste. Tears pricked her eyes as hope replaced exhaustion. I don't know what to say. Say nothing. Just keep doing what you do best. Treat people with respect, even when they don't deserve it. Mia returned to her station, taking a deep breath. Life hadn't been easy, and there would be more challenges, but tonight had proven one thing. Kindness, patience, and integrity never went unnoticed. And sometimes, the universe, or a billionaire, made sure the right people got their due.